Story time. The origin of Thunderous. Not just Thunderous, the Komodo dragon. From birth to death. And on July 30th, on July 30th, 10,050 AD, Thunderous was born. He had a father named Reptar, the Komodo dragon, and a mother named Ducktar, the Komodo dragon. He had only one brother named Digon. When Thunderous grew up to be a young boy, Thunderous was trained by his mother because his father named Reptar was unfortunately killed in battle. His father died of a massive illness at the age of 30,000. At the age of 12, Ducktar taught him, along with Digon, how to fly. At first, it wasn't easy for Thunderous, because he kept falling, whoa, and falling. And he was on the brink of giving up, and he ended up yelling at his mother, saying, "Mom, I can't fly! These wings are useless." Thunderous was really angry on that day. He was so angry that he planned to get his wings cut off. But right when he was about to do that, he found out that not only that, but he also learned his dad has wings too. And his dad named Reptar told him that patience comes to success. It will come. And then one day, Thunderous acted like a big dragon, and he flew. He jumped and flew. Ooh. But he was told flying wasn't easy, by the way. He had to ascend, boost, and dive bomb. At the age of 18,000 years old, Thunderous flew to the highest top of the mountain. And he ends up finding an iconic sword called the Dragon Blade. He picked it up and claimed it as his own. And he learned it ain't just an ordinary blade. It's actually a sword that can bring balance to everything. Soon he mastered how to do it. He learned how to fight. Shortly after, his mother unfortunately passed away from a massive attack. She was unfortunately killed she unfortunately died of old age, which made Thunderous really depressed. She ends up fading away. And during this time, Thunderous ends up flying around the world. And then he ended up encountering Bank City before. And during Bank City, people call Thunderous a freak because of him being a dragon. And people actually feared dragons and think they didn't exist. So mostly throughout his life, Thunderous ended up living outside of the city alone. And in Bank City, while flying around, he ends up going inside a store to try out shoes, because he doesn't want to go around barefoot. But I'm going inside, because I am not going to be... Whoa, these are cool. Putting these on. These are cool. How much are these? Oh my god, a dragon! You can take those shoes for free, buddy! Throughout his life, Thunderous was hated because of him being a dragon. And around 6, he ends up going to a tiger village, but unfortunately, when he landed there, tigers were the tiger-tooth tigers were there, but they were unfortunately scared. And inside the big tent where they live, Sherlock Tigertooth ends up attacking him. And he said, "No, wait, I'm not here to hurt you." "Wait, you're not here to hurt me?" "Yes, I'm not." "Okay, who are you supposed to be?" "I'm Thunderous, the Komodo dragon." "And you have wings?" "Yes, that's how my species are. Dragons gotta have wings." And when they saw it, they became very good friends. And during this time, they also met Lord Colossals, who unfortunately becomes evil, by the way. Okay. And while he's in a junkyard, him and his friend were attacked by kitty cats. Which that army actually turned out to be Sherlock's wife named Shram. They call her Shram because they called her the Death Tiger. But they call her Sierra. Was her name. Those two fell in love immediately. And also in that same day, Thunderous also ends up meeting his iconic wife named Colombo, the Komodo dragon. And around 17,000 BC, on December, around February of 1799, Thunderous was invited by USA to attend the very first president, George Washington's funeral. And Thunderous was sad because around his presidency, Thunderous actually met him before. And he said, "Man, I can't believe former President Washington's dead. He was a good president, hon." Then, shortly thereafter, while Thunderous and his friends were hanging out at Tiger Tooth Kingdom, they end up meeting a pirate by the name of Captain Hook, who later becomes the murderer, the killer of Thunderous, by the way. And he says, "You have descendants in the future that are powerful than you. You freak. What are you talking about? I am feel free to spare your village in exchange for your descendants in the future." And they say, "We may have hatchlings in the future, but we will never give them to you." I see. Pirates terminate the Godline. And during this timeline, Red Death, who later becomes Thunderous's best friend and Rose's father, by the way, said, "You get out of here. I will take care of him." Thereafter, er, Thunderous and the Godline ended up escaping. In 1859, during the future, or that's evolving, Thunderous ends up encountering a tower or a building that's unfortunately abandoned, and the Godline decided to rebuild that tower. And they called it the Natural Godline Tower, which will live from 1855 to today. Okay. Okay. In 1945, Thunderous and the Godline were forced to participate in World War II. During the Battle of Bank City, Thunderous was confirmed to be the best fighter along with his friends. His friends were the best out of all of them. Along with Lord Colossus. And during this time, Thunderous ended up encountering Adolf Hitler. And during this encounter, they end up exchanging into a big battle. Oh, all right, Hitler, let's go, you short mustache. Ash. 3 years after World War III ended, Thunderous and Komodo ended up getting married on August 5th, 2000 and August 5th, 1955. But unfortunately, their wedding was attacked by evil bunnies, by the way. Luckily, they decided to use their powers, of course. Their wedding might have been ruined, but they had a good time. There, shortly after, they went on their honeymoon, and during their honeymoon, they get attacked by bad guys. And the bad guys were led by an old friend of Thunderous named... His name was Red Death, who led the attack. He was angry because shortly after Rose was angry because he wants to be the king of the Godline. He's a little power hungry. And due to it, Red Death ends up leaving the Godline. On the 8th of August 2006, Komodo announced she's going to lay an egg. Thunderous! I gotta tell you something. What is it? I'm pregnant. What? You mean yes, we're going to become parents, Thunderous. This gave Thunderous a good life. On November 8th, 2006, three days after Komodo laid Jim's egg, this is the most tragic day in history. Thunderous and his wife Komodo were unfortunately killed by the evil pirate named Captain Hook. Hun, we got to get the egg out of here. We have to get moving. Because do you remember years ago when... Yes, I remember. We gotta get out of here before he gets the egg. We gotta go hide him. And Komodo went to go hide him, and Thunderous went to go take out Captain Hook. Oh, my wings! Why are they not working? Fine. I'll take out all these pirates. No, 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 no! Then, shortly after him and his wife's death, they end up in the spirit realm, watching over their son, Jim, throughout their lives. I'm telling Jim that no matter if we're dead or alive, we'll be with you, our son, always.